Devils are messing with the thumbnail. Shalom, beloved sister, elect lady of Yahweh. Shalom, Barakatah. One moment. Okay. Just waiting for folks to get signed on. Every last video is being messed with in these days. I've never seen these videos messed with this badly. And they suspended me on my main channel. On my main channel, I can't go live. On the channel, Amawan Abad. So if you'll notice, the channel Amawan Abad, I haven't been able to go live. And I think the suspension is either 1 or 2 weeks. I can't remember. Shalom, Barakatah. So, we got all types of vulgar videos on YouTube. People half naked, booty shaking, all types of abominations. Those videos don't get shadow banned, neither do they get taken down. But the men of the Lord are teaching, and these videos are being shadow banned or taken down. Unbelievable. That's because we're under the devil. Esau. Well, we're under the devil right now. We got to suffer patiently. I'm going to show a video, and then I'm going to go into a lesson. Shalom, brother GMS. I'm off your ice from Yahweh. Shalom, Barakatah. So here's a short video. I'll go ahead and play it. In this video, I saw by Brother Gabar Adama. Brother Gabar Adama. Let's go ahead and play the video.
Seconds. Moms and dads, you know that feeling. Your child gets lost in a store, maybe just wanders off for a second or two. Your heart stops, though. Panic sets in, and you think the worst. It's happened to most of us, but what if you had a secret weapon, an extra layer of safety, so to speak? How far would you go to keep your children secure?
Would you be willing to microchip them? Experts tell us the technology already exists. Turns out one Bay Area mother is all for it, and she shared her story with our Melanie Michael.
Hey guys, good evening to you both. You know, chances are if you have a four-legged family member at home, it's already microchipped. And if the technology exists to save Fido in an emergency, what about microchipping your child? Before you say, no way, I would never do that, hear one mom's story.
It's the longest 2 seconds of your life, and it's absolute panic. I want my son back.
We've seen it in movies. children gone missing.
It's terrifying.
For Stephanie Rodriguez Neely, life is busier than ever, with 4 children, including a newborn. She knows scary situations can happen in an instant, and for her, it has.
If it'll save my kid, there's no step that's too extreme.
Stephanie's teenage daughter is a special needs child, prone to wander off and trust strangers. For that very reason, Stephanie wholeheartedly welcomes microchipping a child.
If a small chip the size of a grain of rice could have prevented a tragedy, I think most parents, hindsight would have said, I wish I would have done it.
But Stephanie is in the minority in her Tampa Bay moms group, where other mothers call this too sci-fi and invasive.
You're putting a battery in your kid, you're putting a chip in your kid, and where does it stop?
Turns out the technology to microchip your kids has existed since the early 90s, but hasn't really caught on. Is it a little too science fiction for you?
Very much so.
A well-known technology.
We're going to go ahead and stop it right there.
Microchip.
And I will share and copy and paste the video. So what observations did you make from the video? I'm dealing with allergies. I'm struggling to talk. What observations did you make from the video? Well, they're talking about microchipping your children. Well, what are some of the takeaways from watching the video? And we know that Revelations 13 and 16 says he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead. So that mark is going to start with an incision or a puncture from a carotid, from a small stake, to insert the RFID microchip inside of you. But the takeaways from the video is what? Mothers and women. Why? Why is Esau putting mothers and women in the camera? Somebody posts Job 39 and I think it's 17. And then the other one is it 1 Peter 3 and 5? A weaker vessel, a woman. What you'll notice is that the devil, Esau, the so-called white man, plays with your emotions. The children, women and children. Most of us grew up as beta male simps. The moment we hear women and children, we bitch up. You see? So most of us were groomed that way. Let's go here first. Somebody post, I think it's Job 2, chapter 2, where Job's wife told Job, go ahead and curse the Most High and die. I think it's Job chapter 2. Let's go here first. So Esau is a caveman, but he's not stupid. Now, a lot of you beta male simps are slow at mind. You're slow. Let's go to Job, for the children of Yasharallah, Job 39, verse 17. Because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. So Esau is playing on the weaker vessel. So in the wild, the predator goes after the what? The weaker vessel, or the slower prey. If you're lagging behind, like the calves and the kids, those are the younger goats. Brother GMS Kabar Dama, excuse me, GMS Saints of the Most High. Brother GMS Saints of the Most High, Job 2, verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? See that? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So Esau studies. Let me say that again. Esau studies. So when you're studying to take down an opposition, you have to study their strengths and weaknesses. So Esau understands that the strength of Israel lies in the alpha male, and the vulnerability is through the beta male. So the strength of the nation of Israel is in the man. Somebody post, is it 1 Corinthians 11? The order, the Most High, Yahweh, and then the man, and then the woman, and then the children. Let's go here. So the serpent is going to who first? Eve. This devil is not dumb. He's a cunning or crafty serpent. And a lot of our women support and defend the caveman of the United States. Feminism, Satanism. Brother GMS Amath, Yahweh, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach Yahweh, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. What does the devil say? Esau. It's all upside down. The woman is over the man is being kicked out, and Eve is getting government subsidies and checks to cut off the head that the Most High ordained in order. So what are you doing, essentially? You're preparing a table for that troop. What troop? The Edomites. They live by the sword. So you are feeding in to a wicked and corrupt system. Somebody post that in, I think it's Isaiah 29 and 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Yup, brother GMS, saints of the Most High. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should not be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach, Yahweh. So, following this truth is simple. We just gotta repent, not lean on our own understanding, and come to this full doctrine through the oil of understanding and through the light of wisdom in all humility and faith, and being loyal, obedient to the word. Somebody post, I think it's 2 Samuel 15 and 23 or 1 Samuel 15 and 23. Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Brother GMS Amath, your ice from Yahweh. Brother GMS Amath, your ice from Yahweh. Isaiah 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. But shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Or the caveman thinks he can restructure or destructure the Most High's order. The man, well, the Most High, Yahweh, the man, then the woman, and then the kids. Under the caveman, badass kids, the woman, the man is at the bottom getting his ass kicked, and the Most High is either at the bottom or thrown out the house altogether. The Bible got dust on it, and the man got his ass kicked out of the house. So who is Esau going to come to with this microchip? Do I need to play the video again? Women and children. What about the kids? What about the children? See, I'll tell my wife to get the hell out of my face with that foolishness. You see, the Bible come first. The Most High's word come first. Then the children. And my wife knows this. Okay? That the Most High comes first. But Esau is going to go to the woman and say, we need to track your kids in case they come up missing, in case they get lost. Okay? So he's going to use your emotions. That's what the devil does. And they do that through women and children. Let's read it. Brother Yahweh the Maccabees, 144. Shalom, Barakatah. So we're going to go to Isaiah 3, verse 12. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. See? So the caveman is going to go to the woman and say, don't you love your kids? Don't you care about your children? You see? So this devil knows how to take down Israel through craftiness, playing on your emotions. Okay? We're going to die anyway if we accept the RFID microchip or mark of the beast. We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. Brother GMS Amath, your ice from your howdah. Jeremiah 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. See? So thanks to the caveman, the damn devil, the man is at the bottom. The children are at the top. And they don't even know the Most High's name in the house. He's been thrown into the trash or the recycle bin. Listen carefully, you wicked Eves. The Most High is going to kill you. You're going to die a terrible, slow, shameful death. And guess what? I'm not going to shed one drop of an ounce of a smear of a tear. Look, dry. Totally dry. I won't budge. You kicked out the man. The Most High don't exist. No order in the house. Kids running around crazy. And you're going to get the chip, the microchip, sucking on the damn KFC chicken bowl or the dirty house. No order in the house. Kids walking around with 3-week-old loads in their diapers. And the Most High is not even mentioned in that house. See? Brother GMS Amath, your ice from Yahweh. Brother GMS Amath, your ice from Yahweh. Let's see if the Most High is going to have mercy on wicked kids or wicked Eves. Baby kids or wicked Eves. Brother GMS Amaf your ice from Yahweh, Ezekiel 9, verse 6. We need up from that. Go through the midst of the city. If somebody can please post that. That city, judgment starts with Israel. That's who that city is talking about. The Most High's judgment is going to start with rebellious Israelites that are feeding into a wicked, corrupt system, an anti-Hamashiach system, whom you ignorantly say Antichrist. So if you're feeding into the system, you are preparing a table for that troop. What troop? The damn caveman. That troop. Let's go here. I'm going to go to Isaiah 65. Let's get a certain segment of this video again. One moment. A certain segment.
It happens in seconds. Moms and dads, you know that feeling. Your child gets lost in a store, maybe just wanders off for a second or two.
Come on, man.
Stops though. Panics and it happens in seconds. Moms and dads, you know that feeling. Your child gets lost in a store, maybe just wanders off for a second or two. Your heart stops though. Panic sets in and you think the worst. It's happened to most of us, but what if you had a secret weapon, an extra layer of safety, so to speak? How far would you go to keep your children secure?
Would you be willing to microchip them? Experts tell us the technology already exists. Turns out one Bay Area mother is all for it, and she shared her story with our Melanie Michael.
Hey guys, good evening to you both. You know, chances are if you have a four-legged family member at home, it's already microchipped. And if the technology exists to save Fido in an emergency, what about microchipping your child? Before you say, no way, I would never do that, hear one mom's story.
It's the longest 2 seconds of your life, and it's absolute panic. I want my son back.
We've seen it.
See? So this devil is very slick, using women and children to get you to bow down to him and make him your God and be tagged like cattle, like animals. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, you got to pay for your crimes. Somebody has to pay for these crimes. They play on your emotions. Everything you do in this life, Mr. Caveman, comes with a price. Everything. Wicked Eves, beta male simps, following her, and you badass kids. The Most High is going to slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. Let's read it. I'm not going to shed one drop of an ounce of a tear. Brother Amaf your ice from Yahweh, Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. Let's go to verse 4. The book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. LGBTQ, trannies teaching our elementary kids not being disciplined. The household is out of order, accepting or feeding into a wicked system. What is the mark talking about in Ezekiel 9 and 4? An exemption from judgment. The why? An exemption from judgment. So this is a different mark. And this is why we got to look up words. So if you're feeding into a corrupt, wicked system, you're preparing a table for that troop, the troop of the cave beast. Let's read it again. Ezekiel 9, verse 4. So this mark is the Thawah, exemption from judgment. The 1/3 remnant or elect are going to be exempt from being slaughtered. Elder Malcolm recently had a dream, and the Edomites were planning to come in and hang and slaughter Israelites. And they started killing several thousand Jakes or Israelites. But he said when they was getting ready to kill him, he was hoisted up into the air. He flew away. That's that standard. But first we're going to be taken up into the chariots, because the fire is going to come down after or in the midst of Jacob's trouble. So a remnant is going to be saved, preserved from Jacob's trouble. And the beloved Elder Malcolm had a dream about that. They were getting ready to slay him, but he was preserved and, and hoisted up, or he flew up into the air. Well, the caveman thought that he can kill the elect. The Most High is going to preserve the hopeful elect. Ezekiel 9, verse 4. The book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. If you men are sitting back, not crying aloud, sparing none, how the caveman done made men effeminate, turned little boys into lady boys, the Most High is going to kill you, you beta male simps, if you're not crying out, warning the sheep of the said perils and dangers to come. Or if you wicked Eves are taking authority over the man, usurping authority over the men, the Most High is going to kill you wicked ass women, so-called Negro, Native American, Latino, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican. The Most High is going to kill you. The book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So the women in the video were crying, my kids, my children, my kids. Hey, to hell with those kids. They're probably wicked. A lot of these spirits are back. Ancient spirits from the days of old that committed crimes. They got to pay for their crimes. Okay? It's a young kid, but an ancient spirit. I had a dream, by the way. The setting was 1860s, during the American Civil War. I was dressed in a Union Army uniform of the North. A Union Army uniform. So I was trying to escape to get back up to the North, wearing a blue uniform. Like, look at the movie Glory. So I was dressed like a Union soldier. And I was trying to crawl in this open field. 2 K-beasts wearing Confederate uniforms. They were riding on horseback. They saw me in the open field. I'm about a mile away. And they rode their horses. They caught up with me. They aimed their rifles, muskets. I was like, please don't kill me. I got a family. You think the caveman showed me mercy? They was like, kill the nigger. Kill the nigger. So they went, poof. Everything went black after that. See? So you come back and you pay for your crimes. Even little kids. And I remember running into a couple days ago outside of Starbucks. They're into black magic. They knew about reincarnation. They was like, absolutely. So they said if you practice black magic, they believe that you come back and you pay the price in your next life. But they think that white magic, you get a pass. Not with the Most High. Black or white, you're going to die. But they believe that if you practice black magic, you come back and pay the price. It's both, black or white with the Most High. So they understood reincarnation. With a simple-minded little bird brain wearing a bandana will go back and forth with you. Let's have a debate. Let's debate. Ain't no debate. You come back and pay for your crimes. Let's read it again. Ezekiel 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, except in the RFID microchip, witchcraft, woman over the man, trannies teaching our kids in elementary school. Your child is sitting on top of a lady boy that's reading to your kids because the caveman, the so-called white man, teach that's okay. Ezekiel 9, verse 5. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. The Most High is not going to shed a tear. Neither am I. Not one drop. You're feeding into a wicked system, preparing a table for the caveman, the so-called white man. So you're buying in to his corruption, lies, deception, RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Let's read this. I meant to get this earlier. All praises to you. How about Shimmy Habashai? Thank you, brother. 1 Samuel 15, verse 23. 1 Samuel 15 and 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. That's beautiful. We got to read that again. Let's read it again. I love it. See, so the caveman teach we don't have to follow this Bible anymore. That way the cave animal can stay on top and we continue to get our ass kicked for another 1,000 years. Let's read it again. Brother Bakiyar Amana, 1 Samuel 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Beautiful. Brother Gabar Dama, Isaiah 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Or shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Well, the Most High made Jacob to be righteous. The so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Mexicans, made us to be righteous, meek, and humble. He made the caveman to be a straight savage, bloodthirsty, murderous thief that stole Central and South America. They stole North America. They stole Europe. They stole Puerto Rico. They stole Mexico. It's being ran by cavemen behind the scenes. A shadow cave government. Why you think they come up with terms like the Bat Cave? The caveman is the shadow government controlling these national leaders like puppets behind the scenes. So these cave beasts are controlling, owning, owning, and operating every facet of society. They stole Israel too. Cave beasts calling themselves the chosen children of the Most High. How did they get South Africa? Peace treaties, negotiations, and peace treaties. No, you red beast, you stole it. See? Negotiations and treaties, agreements. Okay, amendments to the agreements. You stole it, you red animals. You stole it. There was no peace treaty. How did they get South Africa? They stole it. How did they get Australia? Negotiations. No, you stole it, you red animal. You stole it. See? Well, we got Israelites. They went out and voted for KBs. You know who you are. You so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Dominicans. You went out and voted for these cave monsters that have colonized the earth, committed massacres, bloodshed, took down the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and Simeon. Somebody post that in Genesis 49. I think it's 18. Who took down Gad? The Native Americans, Reuben and Simeon. Who took them down? With the troop. And they used wicked Israelites from these Native American tribes to be scouts, to go and show how to find the other natives. And they slaughtered their own native tribes because they were rival tribes. But they still used Israelites to feed or prepare a table for that troop. That means you're supporting wickedness or feeding into a corrupt, bloodthirsty, murderous, wicked system. They used sellout tontos that was licking the caveman's feet, okay, and swallowing this man down, and made them scouts to go out and find where the other native tribes were hiding. They're going to do the same thing today. Wicked Eves, wicked beta male simps, Judas goats. Say what? Judas goats. You wicked two-third Israelite beta male simps. May the Most High give you a slow, shameful, painful death. May it not come upon you quickly. May it be a slow, excruciating death for you wicked two-third Israelites that are feeding into a wicked system or preparing a table for that troop. Brother GMS Amath, your eyes from Yehuda. Genesis 49, verse 19. Brother GMS Amath, your eyes from Yehuda. Genesis 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop, say what? Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. That's talking about the cave beasts. That's the troop whose blessing was the sword. I'm going to post Genesis 27 and 40 and 41. So these cave beasts have troops over the entire earth called the United Nations Armies or the UN military. The caveman has colonized the entire earth under Edom. They're Esau Edom, according to the Bible. They're not white. These devils are red. They're red. And I can prove it using the scriptures. This is white. Nope, this is actually off-white. Hold up. I'm not done yet. This is white. Okay? That's white. The caveman is red. These beasts are red. And we're not black anyway, either. So-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latino. This is black. We're different shades of brown. I'm a reddish mocha. The devils call us black. We're not black, okay? See? Do I look like this? Hells to the no. Brother Gabar Dama, Genesis 27, verse 40, and Brother Amana Kodash Dabar, Book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. What dominion? A dragon. That's a global world empire. They're trying to build a new world order. That's the dragon, which has iron teeth. It's military. Let's read that again. When I get excited, I get hot. This truth is my woman. I get hot. Let's read it again about these cave beasts. Genesis 27, verse 40, Amana Kodash Dabar. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. See? And they use wicked Israelites like Judas goats, Tontos, wicked Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, wicked Dominicans, wicked Mexicans, and wicked so-called Negroes that are in bed with the devil, in bed with the beast, and feeding in to a wicked system, preparing a table for that troop. Brother Prince of Yahweh, Proverbs 15 and 25. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but will establish the border of the widow. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get Isaiah 65. I keep quoting it. Brother's got some beautiful scriptures. My voice won't hold up long enough to read all of them. Brother, Zebulon Warrior 144, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So the caveman is going to be the end of the final apocalyptic battle. Apocalypse, or the or it marks the end of an age, the end of an eon. So the caveman is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos, so-called Mexicans, Hispanics. We got next, Lord willing. And these cave beasts, according to the scriptures, are going to go into captivity. So those spirits have been regenerated or reincarnated back on the earth. The same caveman that was whipping us with whips, they're back. Remember the dream I told you? The two Confederate cave beast soldiers around 1863. They shot me with their rifles. I was trying to escape to get back up to the north. I was wearing a Union Army uniform, blue. Go back and watch the movie Glory. These two cave beasts, Confederate soldiers, they went shoot the nigger. Pew! And they killed me right there in the middle of the field. No mercy. And I was like this. And these two cave beasts wearing Confederate Army uniforms, gray and brown. These animals shot me. They killed me in the middle of an open field. But you cave beasts gotta pay for that. Everything we do in this life comes with a price. Nothing in this world is free. Not for the caveman, not for the beta male simp, and not for you wicked Eves. All right. Brother Gabar Damba, Isaiah 13 and 15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So if you're joined unto the caveman, you're going to be dashed to pieces by great stones that carry nuclear payloads. So the nuclear missile, most of the body structure of a missile is what? Service and support. A jettison pack. But the head carries a nuclear payload. So the head is what kills you. But the nuclear payload It's likened unto a stone spoken of in Revelation chapter 9. So you're going to be stoned by great hails of fire with nuclear payloads. The heads of these missiles are going to kill you. And the caveman going into the kingdom, their little red babies are going to be dashed to pieces. That's in Psalms 137, somewhere between verses 7 and 9. So this is talking about a nuclear destruction. Brother GMS, no, I keep saying GMS, sorry about that. Brother Gabar Dama, Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. But I don't care how rich you are. I'm going to still torture you and ravish your wife and children. You think a nuclear payload, a nuclear warhead, is going to care about your emotions or how much gold and silver you have? No. That nuclear warhead is going to dash you to pieces. He can't reason or negotiate. Okay, if I try to read all of this, I might drop dead right in front of you here on the screen, because I'm strangling with these allergies. Let's go ahead and go to Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65. Wow, good segue. The Spirit drove me to 65, verse 17. Book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. So we're not going to even think about these cave beasts anymore. The caveman is going to be a thing of the past. You might find him in a wax museum or an ancient artifacts display. Caveman in his natural wild habitat with dogs on display. You might find him there. But he's going to be an ancient artifact after 1,000 years of slavery. These cave beasts are going to become stuffed animals or wax figures. So the new heaven and the new earth is the new kingdom here on earth, not floating away in the clouds somewhere. The kingdom of rulership is going to be here, given to the sons of Jacob, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, so-called Mexicans, so-called Hispanic. That kingdom of rulership is promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not the caveman. The caveman's he was only given a temporary dominion that he would get by use of the sword. When he's going to old man Sleazy E, Esau Edom, or old man Sleazy E is going to fade away. Somebody just posted it. Brother Gabar Dama, Job 20, verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. So you're going to look for the caveman, old man Sleazy E, that's spraying the air with poisonous chemical trails, giving us genetically modified organics, or fake fruit, fake vegetables, dumping tons of toxic chemicals and oil in the oceans and in the sea, giving us genetically modified grains, granola, okay, lead in the water, lead poisoning and damn other toxins and chemicals in the water. So you're going to look for this savage, but you will not find him. Okay? 2 Nephi 6 and 9, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Let's go to Isaiah 65. A lot of you Israelites are going to miss this savage, and you're going to cry or weep bitterly over his destruction. You think I'm going to care or cry for the caveman? I'm not going to shed one single drop of an ounce of a tear. Somebody just asked what happened to my other channel. They suspended it for about a week or two. I've been suspended 7 times on YouTube between both channels. 7 times for teaching the Bible in its true raw form. And there's many brothers, way more than me, okay? But I've been suspended 7 times between both channels. And my main channel, Amawan Abad, is suspended currently. Let's go to Isaiah 65, verse 11. Let's go to verse 10. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 10. Got to go to verse 9. We got to go to verse 8. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. So this is talking about an elect, a remnant. The 1/3 of Israel are going to be preserved, saved. 2/3 of you Israelites are going to be put to death, destroyed on this side. But eventually, you're going to be saved or reincarnated back into the kingdom. But on this side, a 1/3 remnant is going to be preserved. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Now the elect, the servants, are going to inherit that new holy mountain. That's the kingdom of heaven. Here on earth, not floating away on a magic carpet or floating away on a cloud somewhere. So that new holy mountain is talking about the kingdom of heaven. Isaiah 65, verse 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor, a place for the herds to lie down, for my people that have sought me. Somebody post Zephaniah 3 and 13. So the elect are going to dwell and be at rest. And the caveman shall not make us afraid, neither will the other heathen and Gentile nations. The wicked 2/3 house of Saul, or the wicked 2/3 Israelite billy goats, will not make us afraid anymore either. Okay? Like that commanding general telling us to go ahead and take the injection. You know what I'm talking about. So the wicked 2/3 billy goats from the house of Saul, the commanding general could be Saul. He won't be able to harass us anymore either. Okay? So the elect of the 1/3 of Israel are going to be preserved and going to be at dwell at rest, to lie down in green pasture and be at peace. And we're going to be fed, okay, from the fountain of youth or the fountains of living waters, and going to be able to eat in the green pasture. We're going to get immortality. We're going to be fat and happy, so to speak. Fat and happy. But the billy goats or the commanding general billy goat will not be able to harass us and tell us to take the caveman injection poison. Let's show you that we're going to be at rest. Brother Chazak Ban Yehuda, Zechariah 3, verse 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. See that? So he maketh me to lie down in green pasture. We're going to be fed from the fountains of everlasting life and from the bread of life, inheriting the kingdom of heaven, peace and comfort. And none shall make us afraid, not goats or billy goats or wicked lions. Back to Isaiah 65, verse 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me. See? So Jacob shall dwell and be at rest, and none shall make us afraid. Isaiah 65, verse 11. Let's see what's going to happen to the 2/3 wicked Israelites. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. So if you're telling us to go ahead and get injected, you're preparing a table for that troop. If you're teaching false doctrines, lies, man-made philosophies, you're preparing a table for that troop. If you're trying to get the Israelites to go off, you're making us a prey. False prophets, false pastors. You're feeding into a corrupt, wicked system. Isaiah 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword. No, God loves everybody, and he's all love. And we can keep worshiping fake white man Jesus, a golden retriever that loves everybody, that claims we're all equal. Everybody's going to be saved. He loves everybody. There's no difference between Jew and Greek. We're all equal in God's eyes. That's talking about the elect of Israel. Let's read it again. Isaiah 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. See? A lot of you love the golden retriever. You love the caveman. And you went out and voted for him. Now he's trying to microchip you. Dummies. You know who you are that went out and voted for the golden retriever. You know who you are. And a lot of the beta male simps were dragged out of their house by their women. Get your ass up and come on with me to go vote. So you got up like a good boy, looking like a puppy on a leash. Okay, I'm going, mama. I'm going, mama. Mama, mama. May the Most High kill you and your wicked Eve companion with a slow, shameful, despicable death. Isaiah 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that which I delighted not. So you're choosing the caveman over the Most High. You're choosing to be a coochie worshiping, wicked Eve following beta male simp, or a good old step and fetch it, shaved bald head, shaved face, false pastor, teaching lies. So you're going to bow down to the slaughter. The Bible says in Ezekiel chapter 9, slay utterly, old and young, both maids, women, and children. The Most High does not discriminate. Badass, beta, what you call them? Baby's kids. They got to go too. Those are ancient spirits that came back. The same badass people are back. Our spirits are regenerated or reincarnated. Telling people to go ahead and get injected, they're going to bow down to the slaughter. Teaching false doctrines, not reading from the Bible, you're going to bow down to the slaughter. Isaiah 65, verse 13. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Because you worship the devil, and you despise this word, and trust in oppression, your iniquities are going to be as a breach, ready to fall. So you're building on a weak foundation. The caveman's foundation is just straw and tares and twigs intertwined together. But the rock or the foundation of this word is reinforced concrete with reinforced steel and armor, tripled over or purified 7 times over. His word purified 7 times over, reinforced steel and iron. Okay? So his word is a sure foundation. So ye are they that prepare a table for that truth. You are feeding in to a wicked anti-Hamashiach or so-called antichrist doctrine against the word. Brother Chazak Ban Yahweh, Proverbs 16 and 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination unto the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Beautiful. Same brother, Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So that deliverance starts with the seed of the hopeful elect of Jacob, descendants of Jacob. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. My other main channel has been suspended. So I've been suspended for 7 times because I'm reading from the Bible. But Esau Edom will try to tell you that America was built on basic, fundamental Bible principles. The caveman is a liar. And they gave us fake white man Jesus, a golden retriever to worship. Now they're trying to push forth a new world order and inject us or force maxi us. Okay? So all praises to Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Hashem Kadash. Double honors and respect to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Much respect and honor to the brothers that are doing the work in truth and sincerity, risking your lives and freedom to do so, pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and double honors and respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. I love you brothers and sisters out there of the hopeful elect of the house of David. Okay? You got to keep pushing hard and being of good courage and fear not, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has got our back. Don't worry about the caveman. Don't worry about the wicked billy goats out there that despise this word and reject this wise counsel. They're going to bow down to the slaughter that are preparing a table for that troop or feeding in to a wicked, corrupt system under the caveman that have aligned themselves with wicked Eves. They're doing this together. Along with the beta male simps. But the victory goes to the hopeful elect of Jacob, Kwame Yasharella, and Abad Babam. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom, Barakatham. Love you, family.